There is a power sleeping inside of you so immense that, if you were to fully awaken it, it would reshape the very fabric of your reality. It is a power that can turn sickness into health, poverty into abundance, and despair into profound purpose. And the temple of this sleeping God is not in the heavens or on a distant mountain. It has been with you since the day you were born. It is in your mouth. This is not a metaphor in the way you might think. This is a recognition of a force that the wisest cultures in history have revered as the ultimate creative principle in the universe. The power of the spoken word. In the West, it was called the Logos. The Gospel of John does not begin with "in the beginning was the thought" or the feeling. It begins with "in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." This is a radical statement. It equates the creative force of the universe with the power of speech. In the ancient Vedic traditions of India, they called this power Vak, the goddess of speech. They understood that mantras were not just prayers, they were sonic frequencies, specific sounds that, when spoken with intention, could structure and influence the quantum field. To speak a mantra was to literally sing a new reality into existence. The ancient Egyptians called this power Heka. It was the magic of creative speech. For them, to name something was not to label it, but to give it life, to call it forth from the void of potential into the world of form. Every profound spiritual tradition has understood this secret. Your words are not descriptive, they are creative. They are not a mirror reflecting the world as it is. They are a paintbrush, painting the world as it will be. The power to speak is the power to create. This is the sleeping God within you. But for most of us, this God does not sleep peacefully in its slumber. It is tormented. It speaks in its sleep. In its sleep, talk is a nightmare that we mistake for our life. Every single day, you use this divine creative power, that you use it unconsciously. You use it against yourself. Every time you say, "I'm so tired," you are not just describing a state. You are speaking a command. You are instructing the infinite energy of your body to conform to the reality of tiredness. You are casting a spell of exhaustion upon yourself. Every time you say, "I can never get ahead," or "bad things always happen to me," you are not just venting. You are giving a direct order to the universe. You are using the divine power of the word to command lack and misfortune into your experience. Every time you say, "I'm not good enough," you are using the voice of a God to sculpt a reality of unworthiness. This is the unconscious blasphemy we commit against ourselves every single day. But this blasphemy is not only directed inward. It has a shadow that you cast upon the world. And that shadow always returns to you. I'm talking about the words you speak about others. The casual criticism of a colleague. The gossip shared over coffee. The harsh judgment of a stranger online. We treat these words as if they are harmless, as if they are arrows that fly away from us and only strike their target. This is a profound illusion. Every word you speak is a vibration you send out, but you are the first person who hears it. Your subconscious mind, the sleeping God, does not distinguish between a reality you describe out there and a command you are giving for in here. It only registers the frequency of the word. When you say, "That person is so incompetent," your subconscious hears a command to focus on the frequency of incompetence. It attunes your perception to find more evidence of incompetence, both in the world and, inevitably, in yourself. When you participate in gossip that speaks of lack and drama, you are instructing your own creative power to resonate with lack and drama. You cannot use the power of the word to describe a world of negativity and expect to live in a world of positivity. You cannot use your divine paintbrush to paint a reality of judgment for others and expect it to create a reality of acceptance for yourself. The words you speak about others become the walls of your own prison. This is the shadow of the word. The problem is not that you lack power. The problem is that you are using your infinite power to create a finite prison, both for yourself and for others. The God is not dead. It is speaking, but it is speaking the language of your fears, your judgments, and your past traumas. It is having a nightmare, and you are living in it. The work, then, is not to create this power. You cannot create what is already inherent to your being. The work is to wake the God up. It is to stop the unconscious sleep talk and begin to speak with conscious, deliberate intention. It is to take this divine instrument, your voice, and to stop playing the funeral dirge of your past, and to start playing the symphony of your future. To do this, you cannot act amidst the chaos and noise of your daily life. The God will not awaken to a shouting crowd. It awakens in the stillness. It awakens in the sacred silence between the darkness and the light. To awaken a God, you must go to the time of creation. You must go to the dawn. You have understood the power you hold. The creative force of the universe is not external to you. It is the very energy carried by your spoken word. You understand that this power is always active, either unconsciously creating a reality based on your fears, or consciously creating one based on your intentions. And I have told you that the key to awakening this power, to shifting it from unconscious to conscious, is to go to the dawn. But why the dawn? Is this just poetry and mysticism? Yard? Or is there a practical, strategic, even scientific reason for this specific timing? The ancient masters were not just philosophers. They were the original scientists of the mind. They understood, through deep inner exploration, that the dawn is not just a time on the clock. It is a state of consciousness. It is a literal gateway, a moment when the veil between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind is at its thinnest. Modern neuroscience is only now beginning to prove what these masters knew for millennia. What they have discovered about the waking brain is the scientific key to this entire practice. Throughout your busy day, your brain primarily operates in a state of high-frequency beta waves. This is the state of alertness, logic, analysis, and often stress. Think of your conscious mind in the beta state as a fortress. At the main gate stands a vigilant guard, your analytical, critical mind. His job is to question everything. If you try to plant a new idea, like I am healthy and vibrant, while in a beta state, this guard immediately challenges it. No, you're not. Remember how tired you were yesterday. Remember what the doctor said. The seed of your intention is stopped at the gate. But when you are in deep sleep, your brain shifts into low-frequency delta and theta waves. This is the realm of the subconscious mind. In this state, the fortress gates are wide open. There is no guard. This is why the things you experience in dreams feel so real. Your subconscious accepts them without question. The problem is, you are not conscious in this state. However, there is a magical window of opportunity, that sacred period of time when you are just emerging from sleep. In those moments, your brain is shifting out of theta and into a state of alpha waves. The alpha state is a bridge between worlds. It is a state of calm, creative, receptive awareness. You can recognize this state. It is the spaciousness before the day's worries begin to crowd your mind. It is a feeling of gentle, detached observation, where ideas can flow without judgment. In this alpha state, something incredible happens. The fortress gates are still open. The critical guard is still sleepy and not yet at his post, but you, your conscious awareness, are now awake. This is the golden hour. This is your daily appointment with the subconscious. In this brief, sacred window, your mind is in a state of high suggestibility. Your words, spoken with feeling and intention in this alpha state, bypass the critical guard. They are not debated. They are not questioned. They are accepted by the subconscious mind as direct commands. They are planted like potent seeds in the most fertile soil of your consciousness. This is why affirmations so often fail when done in the middle of a stressful day, but can be miraculously effective when done correctly at dawn. Little boys, during the day, you are fighting against the guard. At dawn, the guard is on your side, helping you plant the seeds. Furthermore, there is an energetic quality to the dawn. World itself is in a state of transition. The collective psychic energy of humanity has not yet risen to its daily crescendo. The air is still. The energy is clean. In this profound silence, your own signal, your own spoken intention, can be broadcast with unparalleled clarity and power. So, the dawn is not an arbitrary time. It is a strategic choice. It is a neurological and energetic gateway. It is the moment each day when you have direct access to the control panel of your reality. The ancients knew this through intuition. Now, you know it through science. You know what the power is, the sleeping God of your word. And now you know when and why to approach its temple. The next step, the most practical of all, is to learn the ritual. How exactly do you speak the words? How do you forge your intention into a command that the universe cannot ignore? How do you perform the ritual of activation? You have arrived at the temple at the sacred hour. You understand the power you are about to wield. You know the God is sleeping, but receptive. Now, you must learn the ritual, the precise sequence of actions that awakens this power and gives it a clear, conscious command. This is not a mechanical repetition of words. This is a ritual of creation. It requires your full presence, and it consists of 4 sacred steps. Step 1. The consecration of space, the silence, the simulance. Before you can invoke a god, you must purify the temple. Your mind is the temple, the purification is silence. The moment you awaken, resist the urge, reach for your phone. That is an act of surrendering your sacred hour to the chaos of the world. Instead, find a quiet place to sit, even if it is just on the edge of your bed. Close your eyes, take 3 deep, cleansing breaths. With the first breath, release the dreams and the restlessness of the night. With the second breath, release the anticipated anxieties of the day ahead. With the third breath, arrive fully in the silent, potent space of the present moment. This is the consecrated ground. You have now created a void, a clean slate upon which you can write your new reality. Do not rush this. The quality of your silence determines the quality of your sound. Step 2. The forging of the command, the intention. Now, you must decide what you wish to create. What command will you give to the sleeping God? This is the most crucial step, and your words must be forged with precision. There are 3 laws to forging a powerful command. The first law is, you must speak in the present tense. The subconscious mind is a literal engine. It does not understand the future. If you say, I will be healthy, you are commanding your reality to remain in a perpetual state of wanting to be healthy. You must speak as if your desire is already a fact. Not, I will be, but I am. Not, I want abundance, but I am abundance. You are not asking, you are declaring the state of what is. The second law is, you must use positive language. Your subconscious mind does not easily process negatives. If you declare, I am not sick, the dominant word that resonates in your mind is sick. You are energizing the very thing you wish to avoid. You must declare what you desire, not what you lack. Instead of I am not in debt, the command is I am financially free and prosperous. Third and most powerful law is this. You must imbue your words with elevated emotion. A word without feeling is a body without a soul. It is an empty command. Thought is the electric charge that sends the signal out, but the emotion is the magnetic charge that draws the experience back to you. You must generate the feeling of your reality being true. Right now, before you speak the words I am abundant, you must take a moment to feel the expansive emotion of abundance in your body. It feels like freedom. It feels like ease. Generate that feeling first. Then, you speak the words from that feeling. You are not a beggar asking for a miracle. You are a God, stating the nature of your reality. Step 3. The act of creation. The vocalization. Now that you have your command, forged in the present tense, stated positively, and charged with emotion, it is time to speak. A thought is a whisper. A written word is a map, but a word is the bell that rings throughout the kingdom. It is the act of bringing energy from the internal world and vibrating it into the physical world. You do not need to shout. You speak your command aloud, clearly and with a calm, resonant authority. Speak it as if you are stating an undeniable fact. I am radiant health and limitless energy. I am a magnet for creative ideas and opportunities. My heart is open, and I give and receive love freely. Feel the vibration of the words in your chest. This is the moment of activation. Step 4. The sacred release, the letting go. After you have spoken your command, your final act is one of profound trust. You release it. You let it go. This is where many people fail. They plant the seed, and then every 5 minutes they dig it up to see if it's growing. This act of checking, of worrying, of doubting, is a counter-command that tilts the universe. I don't really believe what I just said. After the ritual, you release your attachment to the outcome. You have given the command. Your work is done. Now, you trust that the creative forces of the universe are orchestrating the result. You go about your day with a quiet confidence, looking for evidence that your new reality is already unfolding. This is the ritual. Simple, precise, and more powerful than you can possibly imagine. The ritual is complete. The seed has been planted. The God has been awakened and given its command. But the ritual is not the end. It is the beginning. It is the tuning of an instrument. Now, you must learn to play the music of your new reality throughout the day. This is how the act at dawn changes everything. Your brain has a master filter, a gatekeeper of perception, known as the reticular activating system, or RF. You are bombarded with millions of bits of information every second. The RS decides what you get to be aware of. And how does it decide? You tell it. Think of your RS as the algorithm of a search engine for your reality. Whatever you command it to look for, it will find. If your dominant, unconscious command is life is a struggle, your RS will filter your reality to show you every piece of evidence that confirms this belief. It will highlight the traffic jam, the difficult colleague, the unexpected bill. It is a ruthlessly efficient confirmation bias machine. When you perform the ritual at dawn, you are consciously hijacking this system. You are seizing the search bar of your mind and giving it a new, clear, deliberate command. You are telling your inner search engine, today, find me evidence of abundance. Find me opportunities for creativity. Find me reasons to be grateful. Your spoken word becomes the code that programs your perception for the day. The world outside may not change instantly, but your experience of it does. You begin to see things you were blind to before. You overhear a conversation that gives you the exact idea you need. You see an opportunity where you only saw a problem. This creates a powerful positive feedback loop. Your new perception, guided by your command, finds evidence. This evidence strengthens your belief. Your belief informs your actions. And your new actions create more evidence, solidifying your new reality. This is the unfolding. You are no longer trying to force reality. You are changing your inner state and allowing reality to rearrange itself around that new vibration. But what happens when doubt creeps in? What about the divine lag? The time between your command and its physical manifestation. Your practice during this time is to hold the frequency. When an old thought pattern appears, you do not fight it. You simply acknowledge it and return to the feeling of your morning declaration. You have placed an order with a master craftsman. You do not stand over his shoulder, asking if he's sure he knows what he's doing. You trust his work. The sleeping God is now awake. Your mouth is no longer a vessel for unconscious complaints, but a temple for conscious creation. You understand that you are not a victim of your reality. You are its primary author, its speaker, its singer. The universe is not happening to you. It is responding through you. Through the divine, creative power of your word. The dawn is coming. The temple is quiet. The God is listening. I find it beautiful to imagine this space below not as a comment section, but as a collection of first whispers to the universe. The first commands of newly awakened gods. A single, powerful I am that is being spoken into the silence, ready to shape a new day. There is no need to share. Of course. The work is internal, but it is inspiring to witness the new worlds we are all beginning to speak into existence.